Hello, good evening, and welcome to BOI Impact. I am Hadiza, Olaosebikan. On tonight's program, we'll be showcasing the bank's continuous coverage of the federal government's nationwide micro, small, and medium enterprises capacity development initiatives, tagged MSME Clinic. The MSME Clinic is the federal government's strategic solution to the challenges faced by small and medium businesses in Nigeria. This is done by bringing the relevant regulatory agencies and development finance institutions of the federal government together under one shed to attend to the challenges of MSMEs. If you recall, on this program, we earlier brought you the MSME clinics in Abia, Kwara, and Sokoto states. Last week, the MSME clinic moved to Jos, the Plateau State capital, with the theme Nationwide MSME Clinic for Viable Enterprises. The workshop had in attendance the Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, His Royal Highness, the Bongwam Jos, Jacob Gyang Buba, the Honorable Minister of State for Industry, Trade and Investment, Hajia Aisha Abubakar, Sokoto State Governor, Right Honorable Aminu Tambuwa, the host governor, the Governor of Plateau State, Simon Lalong, the Acting Managing Director of the Bank of Industry, Wahid Olagunjo, and other relevant stakeholders. Here are highlights of the MSME Clinic in Jos, the Plateau State capital. Happy viewing. At the opening ceremony of the two-day interactive engagement between the micro, small and medium enterprises operators and federal state government agencies responsible for the growth and development of the sector, the Honorable Minister of State for Industry, Trade and Investment, Hajia Aisha Abubakar, expressed her appreciation to the federal government for the MSME clinics.
The essence of the micro, small and medium enterprises clinics is for His Excellency to go around and see exactly what the SMEs are doing. So if you've not started something, this is a good opportunity for you to start. And the reason why is because we've been talking about the SME sector for so long in Nigeria, and nobody has done anything actively. And he's taking it upon himself to champion this cause. And I think he deserves a round of applause. We've been to 3 states already. This is the 4th. And what is coming out is that definitely micro, small, and medium enterprises have what it takes to turn our nation around. Where we're going through now is an opportunity for us to come out and say we can do it. Just make the environment an enabling one and we can take it. And this is another reason why in his entourage he has chief executives of all relevant parastatals. And they're all seated here so that whatever your challenges are, they must respond on the spot and then take back to their own domains and make sure that whatever response they give on the spot are implemented. I want to also use this opportunity to just thank the government of Plateau State for coming out en masse. Very impressive exhibitions. SMEs doing wonderful work. They need to be encouraged. They need to be supported. We need to take their issues to the top.
In his opening speech, the Executive Governor of Plateau State, Governor Simon Lalong, listed some of the steps taken by his administration to fast-track the growth of MSMEs in the state.
We are greatly honored with your presence at the Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Clinic hosted by our state. The interest and commitment of Mr. Vice President in social investment and economic emancipation of our citizens have remained the indisputable reflection of the desire of President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, and other progressive Congress government to enhance the economic well-being of citizens of this country. As a state, we've keyed into the objectives of the Micro, Small and Medium Clinic, which is to bring all relevant stakeholders and business operators together to discuss issues affecting the setup and operations of MSMEs in Nigeria. Further to this is for government and other stakeholders to share and provide information on all policies and programs that have been initiated in the country to encourage the activities of MSMEs. The Plateau State government is almost at the point of signing a memorandum of understanding with Bank of Industry I saw my friend Wahab. Why is Wahab? Has he gone? Yes. I remember what I told you, that if you don't come in the next 2 months in Plateau State, I will declare you wanted. Thank God you are here. You have seen it yourself. The Plateau State government is at the point of signing a memorandum of understanding with the Bank of Industry on the matching fund of 2 billion naira facilities to enable to enable and train people have access to funds at a subsidized rate for the establishment of their businesses. The state government, in partnership with the European Union, has also organized an exhibition program for MSMEs to showcase especially the made in Plateau products, which is a move towards encouraging MSMEs and linking them to markets and financial institutions. We will continue to sustain our investment in skills acquisition and enterprise development so we can enhance the economic well-being of our citizens and stimulate the general economic growth of our country.
The Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, in his keynote address, said the MSME clinic is aimed at fostering a robust and developmental relationship between the government agencies and MSME operators across the country, urging the business people of Plateau State to take advantage of the clinic.
The whole idea of a clinic is that it's almost like a hospital. But in this case, it's a mobile hospital. We are bringing the doctors here to meet with the manufacturers, with the small-scale manufacturers. So we are bringing the NAFDACs, we are bringing SON, we are bringing BOI, the Bank of Industry, all of those regulators and all of those agencies that are supposed to make business easy. They grant approvals and all that. And what we've been trying to do is to take them to various places where we know that industry is active, where we know that small businesses are active. And this is one of such places. We've been speaking to these agencies, and we think that all of us are on the same page now. That any agency that is supposed to grant approval is supposed to make life easier for the business person. We are not supposed to be an obstacle. They are supposed to make life easier, and that's the reason why they are here. That's the reason why the agencies are here. And we also have NEPC for exports for those who want to export. The whole point is that life must be easier for anybody who wants to do business. Those who are doing business, we are the ones who owe them a favor. We are the ones who must do them what is right to make their business easier, because they provide the jobs. They also pay the taxes. They are the ones who support the economy. They are the ones who support our livelihoods and our existence. For that reason, we must make it easy for them to do business. So any entrepreneur, our business is to make your own business easier. And that's why I'm going as chair of the Ease of Doing Business from state to state, from zone to zone, making sure that we are making our presence felt. That is the federal government agencies responsible for pre-investment approvals and all that. And we make sure that our presence is felt and that the people can ask us questions about what it is that they need to know and what other things that we have for them to make it easier for them to do their business. So this is why we're here, and I'm extremely excited by everything I've seen here. I've seen I've seen so much agro-allied. I've even seen a gentleman who's making, a young man who's making a tractor. I've seen those who are fabricating various agricultural equipment. And I've seen those who are making clothes, those who are making boots and all that. The policy of the government is to encourage those who are manufacturing locally. That's the policy of the government. And we will support that, your enterprises, in every way that we can. We'll support everything that you're doing in every way. And then we must use what we make, or make what we use. The things that we wear, we are the ones who must make them. And that's why I was so excited to see the boots, the military boots that are being made here, that are being manufactured here. So our first port of call when we're looking for boots, even for the military, is with our local producers. And that policy is a policy that we intend to implement everywhere, every sector, that we patronize Nigeria first, whether it is clothing, whether it is agro-allied, whatever it is, we will patronize Nigeria first. I want to thank you again, and just thank His Excellency the Governor and all the governors who are here and of course, the great people that I've seen today, the entrepreneurs, the manufacturers, all of them, small and large. I want to thank you because the future of our country really depends on you. It depends on you, it depends on your hard work. And our business must be to make that hard work easier. Thank you. God bless you.
The acting managing director of the Bank of Industry, Mr. Wahid Olagunju, led the vice president and other dignitaries to the exhibition stands of MSMEs, where they interacted with some of BOI existing and potential customers.
How long can you say can last for?
1 year. Yes, as long as you it's in tea bags.
And you pass on the tea bags.
Just have a
You go on for
machine, which is not my own. I'm borrowing somebody's machine to produce it.
And the packaging is very neat. Exactly.
You can even smell it without because there's spices inside. I have a package for you, sir.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
BOI officials also enlightened MSME operators on the various initiatives of the bank that suits their businesses.
In most of the cases, we finance equipment. So if you are into manufacturing of maybe groundnut oil, that's processing of groundnut oil, so you will now choose the type of equipment that you want to use. And you will also choose your supplier. Bank of Industry does not choose the supplier for you. You have a chance to choose any supplier you want, whether it is in this Nigeria, whether it's abroad. And we will now use that your pro forma invoice actually to process your loan. In some cases, we also provide working capital, especially if it is a micro lending. But in some cases, if it is an SME, unless it is very necessary, that's where we come in with the working capital. Because we believe that working capital can be better dispensed by the commercial banks. So we are actually in kind of collaboration with 10 or 12 commercial banks that we call SME-friendly commercial banks. They have agreed to work with us in collaboration so that whatever type of funding we are giving to any company, they will always assist us with the working capital, so that we have a kind of collaboration in a project. Our interest will be secured, that of the commercial bank and the owners. So that's how we actually finance this type of projects.
The very next day after the Just MSME Clinic, the Bank of Industry BOI signed a Memorandum of Understanding MOU with the Council for Arts and Culture, NCAC, for the provision of a 3 million naira for lending to small-scale business operators in the arts and culture space, especially producers of handicrafts. The initiative is expected to boost inclusive growth as handicrafts production is labor-intensive with local content ratios. The agreement, which was signed in Abuja on Friday, also includes the provision of capacity building to eligible entrepreneurs in the identified subsector. This will ensure that the largely unorganized handicraft producers are brought together for enhanced efficiency and productivity. This initiative is aimed at developing Nigeria's craft industries to levels obtainable in other countries. Here are highlights of the MOU signing ceremony. Happy viewing. In his continuous drive at fast-tracking the development of MSMEs as well as transforming Nigeria's industrial sector through creative methods, the management of the Bank of Industry, led by the acting managing director, Mr. Wahid Olagunju, spread BOI's wings of partnership to the Nigerian Council for Arts and Culture, NCAC, to help develop MSME operators in the arts and culture space. Welcoming the new DG of NCAC, Otuba Segun Rushewe, to its Abuja corporate office, the acting MD of BOI said the partnership will involve studying the Thailand model.
We know that where crafts are well produced competitively, they will sell the domestic and international markets. We know of countries earn billions of dollars through the exports of handcrafts. For example, 10 years ago, while I was general manager in charge of strategic planning and business development, we went to Thailand for the 30th annual conference of the World Council for Arts and Culture, and they produce handcrafts. And we realized that in Thailand, they earn between $4 to $5 billion annually from the export of handcraft. And those engaged in the businesses are supported by the government of Thailand, which is what the National Council of Arts and Culture is doing now. In fact, the king and the queen of Thailand at that time were the mentors of those in this business. When foreign leaders visit Thailand, they had a gallery where these products are on display and also sold. Foreign dignitaries are usually taken there to appreciate their products, and they buy. Those are processes of advertising what they produce, and that's how they're able to earn foreign exchange. Through this collaboration, we will link our entrepreneurs in the industry with foreign markets. And we've done this before. In 2007 as well, through our collaboration with the government of Thailand, we organized a capacity building program for producers of handcrafts in Nigeria. And Mr. Chinapat, a Thai national, was sent by the government of Thailand to conduct a capacity building program for Nigerians. And the UNDP, through its TechnoNet for Africa initiative, also supported the venture. So what we're also saying here now is that we are going to reactivate our partnerships, the relationships with our foreign partners. We'll bring them on board to support this process.
In his response, the NCAC DG expressed his satisfaction with the Bank of Industry's approach to the development of arts and culture in the country.
It's absolutely a new dawn. BOI has been giving funds out to sectors before now. But today, I want to tell the MD and the management that BOI is making history to be the first bank in the history of our country to give a corporate support to this sector. Now, gentlemen of the press, you will bear with me, and you're here today to see a new beginning for the history of our country. So, BOI honestly has made a statement. And that statement is a statement that will touch so many lives. Culture is the next revenue generating base for Nigeria. We must get it right, and BOI has come to bail us out of it. We have come to BOI to make sure that we empower our people. Hundreds of jobs will be created.
Millions.
Millions of jobs, because the MD has confirmed to me that once we perform on this, we'll expand it. Now we have a BOI that can help us build Nigerians from different sectors. Culture is all over. So on this note, I'd like to thank the MD for this wonderful opportunity, this partnership that will work.
Then the signing ceremony. At a question and answer session, the two development partners clarified issues on the mode of operation.
The obligor limit is a case-by-case basis, depending on what you bring to us. We are supporting micro, small, and medium enterprises. So typically, they're usually below 5 million. Okay. Usually below 5 million. It could be as small as 100,000. It could be 200,000. As you could see, all those who produce these handcrafts, they don't need much, really.
No.
So it depends on the size of the project you bring to us. But you typically below 5 million. And this is the first phase. If they're able to generate more deal flows for us, they're able to generate more business for us, clearly, we can increase the size of the fund. But the takeoff is 300 million. It will lend long term. Typically, you're looking at 3, 4, 5 years at single-digit interest rate.
The DG of NCAC also shared with the BOI Impact crew what informed the partnership.
Thank you very much. Honestly, in the recent time, BOI is doing a great job for this country. They've been able to empower a lot of sectors. And I believe that this sector is one sector we've not really understand to tap into. And that's why we came into BOI and said, look, let us partner to help the ordinary Nigerian on the streets. The cultural content of this country can create over 70 million jobs. Honestly. And we can export a lot of our finished product, but the packaging has always been the problem. But with BOI support now, which is wonderful, great, almost going to change the music and the history of this country in terms of improvement, development, and partnership. Today, we'll be able to empower the ordinary Nigerian on the street and develop our culture. Like we said, our culture is our pride. And we are saying culture, Nigerian next oil. Because oil will finish someday, sometime. And we need to build to the next level. So we had come and we're very happy that BOI is ready to partner with us to empower the ordinary Nigerian and make it better for them and make them be able to access loan. Not only a businessman who has all the billions, but now some Nigerians don't even need more than maybe 200,000, 300,000 to create a whole business environment. But today, BOI has been able to help us to change the narratives of the ordinary man on the street.
Welcome back. We hope you enjoyed our package on this week's edition of the program. In subsequent editions of the program, we shall keep you updated with progress reports of the MSME clinics as well as the low-hanging fruits of the clinic. It's on this note that we'll draw the curtains on this week's edition of BOI Impact. I am Hadiza Olaosebikan. Join us same time, same station next week for another interesting package. Bye for now.